Hello everyone, in this video I want to show you the performance in Fortnite for this machine. This is an i5 8500. This is a pre-built machine from HP. I installed two memory sticks. I modified the SPD info to actually tune the memory, even though this is a pre-built with no BIOS modification allowed. And I installed a Quadro p2200 GPU. That is a professional card from an HP system, and it doesn't require any PCIe power connector, any 6-pin power. So in the lobby we are already getting by more than 150 FPS, and during the initial entry you can see we are more than 250. We had a dip in the 90s, but this also is expected during the loading period. But you can see the game is incredibly smooth, and we can now launch. In the meanwhile, while we are falling, we can check the settings. Of course, I'm running in performance mode. We are in 2K resolution, but running at 50% resolution scale. And this is made to get the best performance, best FPS, and to actually showcase the CPU performance, because you can easily change it with the GPU to a better Quadro professional card without PCIe power requirements. I think there is A2000, something like that. Even a 1650 Super gonna perform better than this card, even though it has only 4 GB of RAM. Well, this one has 5. So let's land in a place where I can also show you the indoor performance. It's like inside buildings. Because outside the game is a bit heavier, of course, but inside of the buildings I'm getting more than 200. So here in the outside we can see that it's usually hovering over 200 FPS. Let's try to get inside the building, and meanwhile you see the performance here. Well, I'm recording at 30 FPS, so it's not really, the smoothness is not really easy to understand, but the game is perfectly smooth. Remember, this is a pre-built machine, so it's not, there's no end, not overclocking allowed. Inside of the buildings you can see we're around 250 FPS most of the time. Okay, so let me show you the system specs. And meanwhile, there's undervolting on the CPU. Here's are the offsets. You can see it on the right. 130 on the CPU, 125 on the RGPU one slice, and the system agent doesn't really do anything in this machine. I can do 100, 200, whatever. It doesn't really change anything. And here's the Quadro p2200, and the CPU is, as stated, i5 8500. This machine is a Prodesk 400 G5. So as the game size, the map shrinks, the performance rises, the number of players drops, so we get even better performance. We get closer to the 300 FPS, and I think this is incredible performance. The developers here made a great job with the performance mode. I have no idea why they don't allow you to choose different upscaling settings. There's no DLSS for the performance mode. That sucks a bit. And non FSR, nothing. I think they use their own internal upscaler that is not comparable to the most the vendor specific ones. But other than that, that I've seen this made more the new DirectX 12 performance mode perform great on very old systems like Sandy Bridge CPUs. And yeah, I'll show you the timings now. Here are all the system specs. So you can see our GPU is a Quadro p2200. Here's the undervolt settings applied to the machine using throttle stop. We're using around 70 watt peak. I think that was during a benchmarks actually. And yeah, the machine is pretty efficient. The GPU is also using about 70 watts peak, but yeah, now during the game I can play a little bit. As the game gets smaller. You can see the FPS have risen a lot. Have increased a lot here. Even in the outside we're reaching more than 250. The game still looks great. Yeah, the peak was 40 watts here. So the modification to the timings were done on this AMD machine here on the right, where I used a couple of tools that are designed to allow SPD editing, like editing the actual chip inside of the RAM sticks to allow them to run different timings than the stocks from a JDEC. And the good thing is that those machines actually do read those modified times from the SPD, and they do not rely on any kind of pre-built table where they read JDEC specs. So that is great, I think. And so far I've been doing this. I've done this through HP and Lenovo pre-builds with no problems, and I'm probably gonna test as soon as I test something on a Dell machine. I will let you know. I'll probably make a video. You can see on my channel some other contents like this, and I also have loaded a video of my first attempt at this with the Lenovo pre-build. Worked perfectly good. And that is all for the video. Ciao!